you want to retire, hit the golf course, spoil those grandkids, maybe travel, but an unpredictable market and rising healthcare costs could cramp your future style. Ashley Patterson and Don Spini from DNA Wealth Partners are here with tips to retire well. I'm so glad you guys are here.
We are too.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And it's never too early to start thinking about this.
No, and it's kind of cliche to say, the earlier you start, the better it is. But Teresa, for most people, retirement is scary. They don't know what's going on. And, even if you're young, it's like, we don't know what's going to happen. Retirement can be very simple if you get the right kind of help. It's not that difficult.
No, absolutely. And, depending on where you are at any age, we definitely have help. So I would say most of our clients are anywhere between 5 years out from retiring or fully retired. However, we work with a lot of, family members of our clients. And so, the discipline of saving, you can never start too early is, of course, what we say.
It seems like there's a sweet spot because you don't want to be too risky with your investments, but you don't want to leave cash sitting there not earning. So how do you find that sweet spot for somebody looking toward retirement?
There are certain accounts out there that are, they're unknown. They don't need to be unknown. They're very popular if you know how to get them, but most people won't see them because they give you protected growth, they give you forever income, they give you long-term care, but the problem is, Teresa, there's no fees on those, so they're hard to find. Now, that's what we do for our clients, and as fiduciaries, that's in their best interest. But if you're not seeing this, you don't know it exists, but it makes retirement real simple. Income, protected growth, and long-term care, all in one place. So, again, seek help, ask your advisors, seek help because it is out there.
Rising healthcare costs are a major concern for retirees. We were talking during the commercial, my dad's almost 80, and every time he has a copay, it's $30.
Right.
That's an amount he has to think about.
It adds up. All of our plans that we work on are going to have bookends, right? And the very end of that retirement plan is always going to account for healthcare costs. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people can make is they think about, okay, what's my monthly income need to be? What does the travel look like? What are the emergency expenses that I need, to have in those accounts? But they don't necessarily properly plan for healthcare costs, which of course are rising every single year. And Don has
my dad's
story.
96. Hey, Dad. He's still going.
He's watching.
What's his name?
Stan, he's a world champion
Spini?
rodeo cowboy back in the 50s,
No
right? Still
kidding.
going.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. He lives with me, but growing old is not covered by Medicare. People don't get that. There's a lot of expenses we have for him. He's pretty healthy at 96, but we pay out of pocket a lot of money. It's not covered by Medicare. It's not covered by the VA. You have to have a plan for that. You have to have cash set aside for that. These accounts that we're talking about, they help you prepare for that because they grow without any loss, and there's plenty of money at the end of life. But a lot of times people don't get it. They think Medicare and the VA, they're going to come and help me because I'm old. They're not going to do that.
I have a supplement plan, so I'm covered, or,
Right.
that's covered by that. I think what we do is we help people prepare for that so there's not a shock and awe, and there's not, a burden on family members too. That can create a lot of, issue inside of family, right? Making sure that grandpa's taken care of, or what are we going to do? So we want to alleviate that for as many families as possible.
You're exactly right, because I always say, I have a trust fund. My dad trusts that I will fund him.
That's right.
That's right. Exactly.
And that can be a burden.
Right.
That can be.
Yep.
That's why he's going to live in my shed. He's fine. he's a hardy guy, not like Stan.
Yeah, he's tough. He's
Wow.
tough. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's a veteran as well.
Veteran, World War II.
Wow,
So and there's a lot of these guys out there that, they're still alive. And another thing, too, we looked for help for him, like in-home care.
Sure.
It wasn't available. And, we're fortunate that we can afford it. But you've got to plan, you got to get way out in front of that because he's a hero, but there aren't resources, aren't cash resources to help these folks. So they either, they need care from a caregiver
Yeah.
in home, but it's very expensive.
Unfortunately, the VA isn't
No.
the net that we'd all hope it would be.
Correct.
Oh, 100%.
So before we let you go, what is something that folks can do today who are watching this to help ensure that their future is a little bit more stable?
I think taking that first step, getting educated, we talk about this every weekend on the radio. We've got our show, we're on two different stations. We're on 960 The Patriot at 9 a.m. We're also on at 11 a.m. With The Patriot, and then we're on KFYI at noon. So we talk about all of these topics. We also talk about Stan. He's probably getting sick of us using him for so many examples, but I think just beginning the conversation, it can help dispel a lot of myths for people.
Yeah, there's basically only three things you need to do for retirement, and you can think about these right now. prepare for income, prepare for principal protection, and long-term care. All that can be handled real quick and real easy, but those are the three foundations for most of us retirement.
Thank you so much
Thank
for,
you.
for
Thank
all
you.
you're doing to help folks and for all the great advice. Stick around. We have more of the Arizona Daily Mix right after the break.